In today's lesson, we're going to take a look at WE2 Power. And power is the rate at which work is done or energy is expended. When we talk about power, power is a scalar quantity. And the equation we have for power, and you find this in your reference table, as it's the rate at which work is done, is power is work divided by time. Since work is equal to force times displacement, we could also look at power as being force times displacement divided by time. And another way to look at power, finally, is that the power of something that a force is being applied to it times the velocity of the object will also give you the power rating of the object. So there's a few different ways to calculate power. And we have P for power, W for work, T for time, F for force, D for distance or displacement, and V for your velocity. When we talk about the units of power is the watt. We use the capital letter W to represent the symbol watt, or to use work. Oftentimes you'll see me just write out watt, but just please be careful not to confuse the capital W with work for the unit W for watts. And 1 watt is equal to a joule per second. So let's do an example of power. In this example, I want to know what's the maximum height a motor having a power rating of 20.4 watts can lift a 5 kilogram stone in 10 seconds. So we're going to be doing work vertically. So the first thing I'm going to want to figure out is what's the weight of the stone. To do that, I'm going to use force of gravity is equal to mass times gravity, and I find that the weight of the stone is 49.1 newtons. Now I can list out my variables. I know the power, I know my force, I know my time, and I'm looking for displacement. And here I'll use the power equation that says it's force times displacement divided by time is equal to power. Substituting in for the values we have, 20.4 watts is equal to 49.1 newtons divided by 10 seconds, and we end up with a displacement of 4.15 meters.